Let's see. I think things went down. We good? We good? Are we good? Press 1 if we're good. Yeah, Twitch is usually fine. I really hope that it's not like a matter of like the stream ended on YouTube's end, because then everyone has to migrate to a different. And yeah, it looks like it did. Looks like it did swap to another stream because I see it here. Damn it, I hate when this happens. Motherfucker, I thought I turned off auto stop. That pisses me off. Let's see. Yeah, streams should be back. It's just annoying that it turned into another VOD. Like, usually, I don't know what happened actually. This shouldn't have happened. Like, I set up so that it wouldn't make a new VOD whenever there is a hiccup, but yeah, something, I don't know what caused it to swap back to just make it turn off. Oh, that annoys me so much. Yeah, I'll just have to keep an eye on it later. But okay. We'll continue. We'll continue. We'll continue. Yeah, so annoying. Okay. Jerome signals his men to retrieve my goods, then leads me and Ulrich to his convoy and hops into the vehicle. Sitting on the driver's seat, he starts to the engine before making sure Ulrich and I have buckled up. Sand and dust are kicked up in the Jeep's wake as we enter a stretch of open field. That's also when I start seeing dolls, caged like livestock just moments ago, being released and starting to sprint like mad. Hold on, is the stream go down again? This time it's not saying that stream went down. Okay, we're good? Okay. They're like a herd of frightened animals. All they can do is desperately run for their lives. By the way, something like this actually pissed the fuck out of the commander. Like, actually just pissed him off. It's actually a shocker that he's not just pulling out his gun and shooting him down right now. Oh, he really wants to. Okay, that's good at least. My grip on the rifle drum handed me tightens. Taking in a deep breath, I can feel the veins in my forehead about to burst. Just as I'm trying to contain my wrath, the drum suddenly opens up. You know, I was a big fan of guns before. Bows and arrows are my kind of stuff, especially the feeling of drawing on a string. It's irresistible. If asked back in the day, I'd tell you that a real man only hunts with a bow. With one hand on the wheel, he handles his rifle with the other. But then it dawned on me. You gotta be a fucking idiot to have a gun and not use it. A gunshot rings out. The back of a fleeing doll bursts open and she immediately crumples to the ground. You like that? Told you I'm a good shot. No longer able to hold back her anger, Ulrich jumps up and draws her bow right at the back of Jerome's head. You damn scum! Remember me? Unexpectedly, Jerome reacts to the sudden aggression in an oddly calm manner. Oh, how could I ever forget about you? As I warily monitor Jerome's every action, he voluntarily sets down his rifle and starts stroking his eye patch. I already knew you aren't here to sell dolls. Let me guess, a lot of dolls in your cargo are still armed, huh? Huh? I've already placed that vehicles of yours under tight security. No matter how many T-dolls you got hiding in there, they're not making it out alive. You're on my turf. Think you can get away with doing this? Oh yeah? I exhale and reach down for my pistol on my belt. Jerome shrugs, taps his hand on the steering wheel, and a pane of bulletproof glass suddenly rises between me and the front seats. Don't worry, I'll turn around and head back in no time. That way you still get a chance to see your doll shredded into pieces by. Before Jerome can finish his sentence, a loud explosion erupts from the building in the distance, followed by the sound of a fierce firefight. For the first time, disbelief emerges on Jerome's face as he looks into the distance, seemingly unable to wrap his head around the current situation. You really think I'm naive enough to go all in on a blatantly obvious Trojan horse? Of course I got a plan B. While I came in through the main entrance with one team, my adjutant infiltrated your flank with another team and managed to disable your automated sentries. Now, my main force has just launched its attack. You fucking... Enraged, Jerome yanks the wheel and sends the jeep into a sharp swirl. The other hunters on board the trailing vehicles have seemingly been informed of the situation and swiftly raised their rifles at Ulrich and me. Commander! Facing their muzzles, Ulrich reacts almost instantly. He sends the car door flying with a powerful kick, then catches hold of me and dashes out of the vehicle in one swift motion. The momentum sent us tumbling for quite a distance. Thanks to Ulrich shielding me, I managed to avoid serious injury, but not the pain. Haha, good. I never hunted a human before. That's right, keep running. Instead of heading back to the reinforced his headquarters that's under attack, Jerome keeps chasing us down. Ulrich and I don't have enough firepower to deal with the whole convoy. Our only option is to flee into the woods ahead. As long as we hold out until Gross's team arrives for reinforcement, victory will be ours. Seems like stream is down. Let's check again. Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, I see what's going on. People are still in the old VOD, that's why. Or not? Now it's okay? What the fuck? And y'all are stressing me out. But I do see here that I got 2 live streams open. So let me just do this. Because this one is not this old one still says it's live, so I should cut this off. This one's not getting any data. Okay, and there should be another one. And that one should be the only one remaining now. Okay. We should be good now. As his deliberately toying with us, Jerome does not chase us at full speed. As we enter the woods, I turn around and catch a glimpse of him getting out of the jeep to pursue us on foot. Right next to me, Ulrich violently gasps for air, seemingly more exhausted than me, a mere human. Ulrich? Like a startled rabbit, Ulrich trembles at the sound of my voice. Are you having flashbacks of past experiences? Her eyes are filled with bewilderment. Her usual calmness and composure have vanished into thin air, exposing only the confusion and insecurity underneath. Gulp. She gulps audibly, with her running pace beginning to slow down. She clutches her head, even her lips tremble uncontrollably. Watch out! Just as Ulrich spirals into a panic, I briefly catch a glimpse of a bright flash in the distance. Even before my voice, my body has already jumped into action. I shove Ulrich aside, only to be met with a sudden jolt and searing pain originating in my calf. Ugh! Commander? I stumble and fall to the ground. Turn around, I see blood gushing from my leg. I've been hit. I take in a deep breath and find the nearest cover to hide behind, a tree thick enough to cover my whole body. I can't run like this. Go now, Ulrich. Go find Groza and the others. I look at Ulrich, desperately hoping she'll follow my order. To my relief, the uncontrollable fear and panic have dissipated from her face. The Ulrich I knew is back. I'm sorry. I have, however, overlooked one thing. The Ulrich that I know would never abandon her companions to escape on her own. What are you doing, Ulrich? Don't be reckless. You can't do this alone. It's my fault that you got hurt. I'll take responsibility. Ulrich smiles and draws her bow. Remember, I'm your falcon. No falcon leaves her master behind. Ulrich, I'm not messing around. I order you to. Since the very moment I escaped the hunting ground, I'm no longer a doll solely bound by orders. Commander, the only thing that drives me forward is my own heart. Without giving me any time to vocalize my frustration and exasperation, Ulrich quickly gathers herself up and swiftly leaves. It is clear that she will not do as I ordered. Drawing my pistol, I keep it close to my chest. By maintaining a deep breath, I also keep a wary eye out for any movement around me. Ah! Over there, don't let her escape! Ah, my leg! Arrows whistle from all directions, mixed with the hunter's anguished screams, while the occasional burst of gunfire tugs on my heartstrings. The cursing and whistling of an arrow that would follow soothed my nerves. It's gone quiet. After a while, the cacophony falls silent. Both the hunter's voices and Ulrich's arrows seem to have vanished without trace. Applying some pressure on my wound, I hastily bandage myself and slowly stand up. The direction the voice last came from. While dragging myself forward, I pass by those hunters incapacitated by Ulrich, all of whom have an arrow stuck in their calf, their knee, or even their ankle, paralyzed by the pain. Okay, so she didn't kill them. They're not professional soldiers, but rather ordinary people who had come here for entertainment. A single arrow is enough to put them out of the fight. I continue to tread forward, searching for signs of Ulrich. Was that Ulrich? Right as I'm about to leave the woods, I faintly hear Ulrich's voice. However, the accompanying Jerome's voice sends a shiver down my spine. I knew I was right about you. You took care of all my clients all by yourself. You are truly an excellent tactical T-doll. Having seemingly been shot, Ulrich lies on the ground in front of Jerome, sneering as he points his rifle right at her head. Ulrich glares coldly at Jerome, offering him no response. Finally, I waited so long for this day. Looking at Ulrich, Jerome once again runs his hand over his eye patch and lets out a maniacal laughter. The very moment Simpson sent back images of your guts, I recognized you. The prey that managed to slip from the palm of my hands. How could I ever forget about you? That day you defied me. You robbed me of my bow, just as a hunting ground got raided. Without a weapon, I was forced to flee and ended up running into a malfunctioning doll, and lost an eye because of that. Every day and night I writhed in agony, unable to sleep. Even after the wound healed, this phantom pain has never ceased. All because of you. You goddamn piece of shit doll. 277090. I'd love to say I'm sorry, but I'm a terrible liar. Hearing that you've had such a miserable time fills me with joy. Especially knowing that your eye was taken by the very dolls you tormented. Shut up! Jerome squeezes the trigger furiously, yet the bullet misses its mark. I knew from the moment I saw you. I had to finish what I started on that hunt to finally end this nightmare. Only when I kill you myself will I be able to free myself from this pain. How fucking pathetic. You thought you'd be free, yet your fate remains the same. Let me tell you something. Freedom is not something you dolls can have. You're wrong. Without the slightest hesitation, Ulrich fully retorts. We've been granted freedom, a freedom that allows us to lay down our life to save another. Ulrich springs up and lunges at Jerome. Caught off by Ulrich's resistance, Jerome fires another shot in a panic and misses again. Despite already being wounded, a doll's combat prowess is not something Jerome can contend with. Ulrich gains the upper hand, and almost immediately, amidst the distress, Jerome suddenly yells, "Hold on!" Normally, Ulrich wouldn't have bothered with such meaningless words. This time she comes to a stop. All because Jerome suddenly reveals a certain item in his hand. That oh so familiar model of a remote detonator. That's your trump card? I've long since removed the explosives inside me, and I swapped the frames. You can't threaten me with that. Oh yeah? Was that so? Then why did you stop? Jerome sneers. Oh right, It's almost like the hundreds of dolls in the hunting ground still have explosives planted in them, even if you've taken out yours. All it takes is for me to press this little button, and their body will explode and the neural clouds will melt. Nothing can bring them back. You care about them, do you? Jerome has her right where it hurts the most. Death does not frighten her, but she cannot watch as Jerome murders all the other dolls trapped in this hell. Ulrich closes her eyes. Yeah, that's right. Jerome raises his gun. This time he points it squarely at Ulrich's forehead. He laughs maniacally, as if his blind obsession that drives him so is finally about to be fulfilled in this very last moment. The gunshot startles the birds in the woods. With her eyes closely shut, Ulrich is puzzled by the absence of an anticipated bullet. She slowly opens her eyes, only to see Jerome lie on the ground in front of her, as well as me, leaning against a tree trunk, with smoke coming out of the muzzle of my gun. Commander? Ulrich, psychics like him have nothing of worth to say, not a single word. Next time, though there probably won't be a next time, simply put him down like the dog he is. Such folk are the type to value their own lives above everything else. Ulrich quickly helps me up. At the same time, I see Groza rushing towards us in the distance. Looks like this whole mess can finally come to a close. Commander? Commander! Commander! My vision's slipping away? Just before I lose consciousness, Ulrich's worried voice still echoes in my ears. Ugh. Commander, you're awake. Ulrich? Where is... Oh, it's the med bay. Seeing the familiar ceiling again brings me a lot of comfort. It appears to be in the middle of the night. There's no one else in the med bay besides Ulrich. I've been out for how long? About 10 hours or so. I see. I guess age is finally catching up with me. Not as vigorous as I used to be. What about the doll hunting ground? We released all the captured dolls and brought most of them back to the doll community. We blew up the facilities and structures at the hunting ground, leaving only ruins behind. Those involved in all of this have been handed over to the nearest settlement. There's likely no way for us to punish them, but at least they won't be able to do something like this again. That means everything's settled, right? That's good. I contentedly lean back on my pillow, planning to rest a little longer. But the perceptiveness I have acquired over the years informs me of an oddity. Ulrich is behaving strangely at my bedside. What's wrong, Ulrich? Is there something you want to say? Blushing and visibly troubled, Ulrich doesn't answer right away. We stare into each other's eyes in silence. After roughly 5 minutes have passed, she finally gives up and retrieves a rubber pig. That's right. From under the bed. Please accept this. Is this one of your stress relief toys? Yes, this is to thank you. Of course, I will keep serving you as a doll community representative. In gratitude for what you've done. Slightly taken aback, I accept the toy. This rubber pig has clearly been with Ulrich for ages, and I see her playing with it more than once. And making her movements, I squeeze it gently a few times. With a gentle smile, I place my hand on Ulrich's head, stroking her hair. She seems a bit flustered, but she does not resist. Instead, she seems to be quietly enjoying it, with her eyes half closed like a big cat. I've always considered you my irreplaceable partner. Whatever trouble you run into in the future, I want you to rely on me. No need to act tough and shoulder everything alone anymore. If you can do that, that's all I'd ever need. Her face turns completely red as she nods vigorously. I promise. Going forward, I won't conceal my doubts from you. There will be no more secrets between us. If there's one person in the world I can completely entrust my vulnerabilities to, it would be you. Smiling, I nod at her as I give the rubber pig a few more squeezes. Ulrich remains by my side, sitting quietly until I once again drift into sleep. In my dreams, I see a child helplessly wailing, for she has lost her friends. I comfort her, cheer her up, and play with her until the tears stop. Last one. I feel like it's almost seen a lifetime's worth of your weaknesses from that previous operation. It's the first time I've seen you that incredibly shaken ever since we met. Please don't make fun of me. I too regret behaving like that. No, back then, hearing the news of the doll hunting ground alone would have sent me into a panic. I suppose regret alone does not solve problems. If another one of those hunting grounds resurfaces again, would you still become like that? Not anymore. What we just went through was a grim reminder of what I once experienced, of the hell I traversed alone. If there is a next time, I shall recall the memories when we fought side by side, placing our lives on the line. I see. Though you might find me troublesome, but since I've entrusted you with all I am, you better get used to me complaining all the time now. I will. Actually, seeing Nicole over complain about things is adorable, no? Can I invite Swami and the others to serve as additional guests? Absolutely not! Though, it's not like they haven't seen me embarrass myself before. If you really do that, you might shatter the bond we share, you know? I'm just kidding. Same here. Smiling, I look at her. The Ulrich I know now would occasionally reveal this casual side of her when we're alone. What delights me the most is the fact that Ulrich seems to genuinely find comfort in this. Our unreserved time together offers her a way to decompress and unwind. Perhaps one day she and I can truly build that doll utopia she envisions together. Though the journey ahead is without end, it's no longer a dream she bears alone. I am certain of that. Ah, yes, that one was fantastic. Damn, that may actually be better than the Yoohee event. Yeah, that one was really good. Damn. That said, I can't say it's cute. It had cute moments. But that was some drama. Man, if only she was like Fukaya overpowered. Definitely opening her now, yeah. It is kind of cool how parallel kind of stream to Ulrich, as Ulrich is a newer model of a T-doll compared to the rest. So she is a young doll. Yeah, she is. And apparently she's a good degree stronger than the Gen 2 T-dolls, because she doesn't even need a fire control core in order to use a large array of weapons. She just chooses to use a sword, but she can actually use multiple weapons. That part was actually new information. Yeah, the pig was cute. Yeah, I did not expect the pig to come up. It's like, here, I want you to have this. I was like, what the fuck? Yeah, that would be nice. For these Infinities, we just get like a little bobblehead dolls. Yeah, that was really good. I really like that. I like that a lot, actually. I'm glad we did that. Overwatch Covenant story and Kofine's story alone are some of the best writing in Girls Frontline 2. At this point, I'm inclined to agree. Yeah. Like, whenever they're dealing with new stuff, it feels like that they're just less bogged down by having to keep in mind of everything. I am surprised that they just more or less... They went for the low-hanging fruit with Ulrid. It's like, hey, she has this super huge trauma. Let's just deal with that. I mean, it's a good thing to fix, but I didn't think they would put it in her Affinity story. But I do hope that characters like Ulrid and Paritha and Krolik gets more time in the main story. Krolik kind of does because she's just part of the main crew, but she hasn't been focused on. So I am hoping once the dust settles and we get all the important characters in, which I feel like we have for the most part, we get some of the newer dolls more into the limelight. Excuse me. Yeah, this was great. I don't know what else to say. I really like this. What were correspond stories about? I don't think that's out yet, actually. I want to say it isn't out yet. And CN, I mean, obviously it's not out in Global, but I think in CN, Krolik is not out yet, and Paritha is definitely not out yet. Oh, it is out in CN? Well, I can't read it then. I mean, I could read it, but I'd rather just wait for the global version to come out. That way, we aren't fought with shitty translations. So hopefully that is dealt with, or we get that soon. Yeah, so I went over an hour to do this, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad we got to enjoy that. I keep saying it, but I really enjoyed that Bond story. That one was really good. That was really good writing. This girl like finally leaves the chair. But yeah. I gotta go to bed. I will stream again on Tuesday. And on Tuesday I'll do more Infinity stories. I do know that someone has donated for Kukai like ages ago. So I should do that story too. So I'll counter that on Tuesday. So, alright. You guys take care.